Welcome to Mr. Community. I am your host, Reggie Reg Davis. We're doing it again. And today I have a very fine gentleman with me. He is the superintendent of Ypsilanti Community Schools. Welcome to the program, Dr. Benjamin Edmondson.
Well, I appreciate that, Reg. It's a pleasure meeting you in person.
Yes,
I've
sir.
listened to you for decades. Decades.
Oh, wow. Hey, stop it.
Being well, that just shows you
gray
how
hairs,
old we
right?
both are.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it's a pleasure to be here and an honor and a privilege to be here.
Absolutely.
So
Glad to see you, man. Appreciate brothers doing great things in the community. So let's talk about Ypsilanti Community Schools, which you are a great part of. And let's first talk about the big TV show. I came in to the radio station. You guys are walking in the hall, you and another fine young lady who represents the same cause. And you guys are telling me about this TV show, I guess similar to some type of reality show, which you're going to really put Ypsilanti Community Schools, really urban schools, on the map, might I say.
Well, I appreciate it. First of all, that fine young lady is our marketing and communications coordinator, Taryn Reed. But I do appreciate that you called her fine and recognized that. And she definitely is over there smiling.
She
so
knows
we appreciate it.
She knows it.
We're doing some good things at Ypsilanti. Ypsilanti Community Schools, when we hired Taryn recently in the last 3 or 4 months, she's come with this great vision, ideas, creativity, and just a swag that we didn't have. And now we have this swag with her. And we are generating some good energy through her ideas and her vision. And one of them
awesome.
Is this
The TV show, right?
Yeah, it's
so is it a reality show? Because I say reality. You're like,
well, it's both. I mean, it's both. There's this educational piece. It's an educational platform, and it's called The Agenda. Now, it was designed to be the urban agenda, but the word urban scares some people off. People that you also want to attract. We don't want a program that's going to keep people from watching. So it's The Agenda, and basically it highlights public schools and the role of the superintendent. Now, everybody in school has a superintendent. The question is, do you know who your superintendent is? And do you know what he or she does? Nobody does. So this is going to change that. We're going to put ourselves out there, and me as the superintendent, and I'm working with my dear friend and fraternity brother, Derek Coleman.
Yeah, the great Derek Coleman.
Of River Rouge.
Yes.
And his people.
Yes.
So we are collaborating on this project where we go and we meet with other superintendents, and we talk about issues that are prevalent in our schools. So, Taryn and I have this conversation. She hates when I say this, but I'm like, America's schools are dealing with America's problems. So as an example, things that happen in our society where our society and communities aren't ready to respond, they come into the school district and I don't have a choice. I have to respond, and I have to respond quickly.
Right.
Then there's the political side that sometimes is at odds with who I am. So how do you handle it? And that's what the agenda is about. All these things that are happening where you don't get a chance to sit down with your community always and say, well, how do you all feel about transgender issues?
Yeah.
How do you all feel about Black Lives Matter issues? And they just come in. And then the community responds because they don't like how you responded.
How about we go there? Let's go there for a second.
let's
Let's take that one particular issue. What's your response to a transgender a 10th grader who's at your school and the bathroom that they can use? What do you say about that particular issue?
Well, that is an issue. Bottom line for me is that students feel safe. I mean, if they identify, you have to work with your community, and that's the tough thing. First, we usually start with, we'll give you your own bathroom, that you can use so that you feel safe. Then you have to work with your community to say, this is how it's going to be. And then, because there's a federal piece, whatever the federal law or what are the guidelines are federally, if you receive federal funds, you have to follow them or risk losing them.
Right.
So there might be something that I disagree with, or there are things that I might disagree with that I have to do because financially I'm going to hurt our district. Or there are problems where there are issues where your community says, and there's backlash. No, we're not going to support that. But yet the government says you have to do it.
But do you personally support the idea of just getting a restroom available solely for the transgender to use? Or
Yes, we do have that. Yes, I am comfortable with that. However, I think we need to get beyond that.
Okay.
Because when you there are students behind that. There are people behind that, and people forget that. It's easy to have an opinion on something, but then when you see the student, and the student doesn't feel like his or her superintendent supports him, that's a killer.
Right.
So you sit down with the kids and you ask, what do you want me to do? This impacts you. So I've done it, and kids prefer to have it, it depends. I mean, honestly, it depends like on a lot of issues. You and I, both people of color, we might disagree on certain issues.
Right.
Okay, so it's left up to the individual. So
we
have this bathroom if you want that, or if you want to go
democratic.
the doctrine of choice. But that's the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, how things play out.
One more issue, and then we're going to keep rolling because this is a very short interview here. How about you're in school and an 11th grader comes to you and says, hey, I have this issue and I must use cannabis on a municipal basis because it helps me to not do this or that or the other. And the doctors say, yep, it's right. This person has this situation. They must do, the other medicines didn't work. They must use a cannabis.
If it's medical, that's fine. There's nothing I would ever say against it.
Got you. That makes total sense. All right, so the TV show, when can we expect this? Is it in production now? Currently, or
it's not in production now. We are editing and going through all the footage, and in September it's going to be launched with What's Up Detroit.
Okay,
I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited because it is reality based, but also my role is political.
Right.
So I have to review it and make sure that I can keep my job.
Right. You got to be a Democrat all the way through, all about the people. So let's talk about the Back to School Bash.
Oh, I'm ready.
September 9th.
I'm ready.
What
I
is
got
that
a
all
couple
about?
dances in me already, man. I'm 48. Oh, that just hurt. I'm sorry.
I can't do that no more, man.
We're excited that school starts September 5th. And this is just a welcome back to the community, bringing all of our families together, and even people that are not in the Ypsilanti Community Schools family. We are all about bringing our community together to support our schools. Okay, and I've said when I first got this job over 2 years ago, I said to the community, okay, if this is all you expect, this is all you're ever going to get.
Right.
When a community raises their level of expectations, then you start seeing that changing in the school. You start seeing some responses. So this is a great opportunity for us to bring you and DJ De Niro.
Yeah, we're going to be there.
It's going to be
Reggie
like a party.
DJ De Niro. It is a party. Back to School
E.
Bash, September 9th over in Ypsilanti, representing Ypsilanti Community Schools. And I got to send a shout out real quick to my good friend Terrence Willer.
Yeah, that's him.
Who does a lot of work at River Rouge.
And he will be on the first segment that we're airing, T. Wills, because they're doing some good things in River Rouge too. And that's part of the agenda, is that you go to a school district and you see what issues they're handling or how they're handling some social issues that might be able to be helpful to you.
Right.
They're doing some great things with their students, and they have a focus on feminine hygiene. So they have this like a closet that people can go to, their students can go to and just check things out. Literally take things home that they may not have, that maybe you and I have, but they may not. T. Will's doing some good work over there.
Yeah, great guy. Great
leadership with D. Coleman.
You and D. Coleman, T. Will, great team. This the young sister here. You guys, I love it, man. You know, made me move. I'm gonna move to Ypsilanti.
Wait, young sister.
I'm sorry, young lady.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, young. I didn't have a problem with sister. It was young.
All right, the sister over there, right?
It's all good.
I'm going to move to Ypsilanti. I love what you guys are doing. Thanks for stopping by today, Dr. Edmondson. Appreciate you, brother.
It's a pleasure.
God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching Mr. Community. I'm your host, Reggie Davis. God bless.